Hi, in this section I will be showing you a new feature called gear mate. So for gears to mate, what things are done? There are two gears and those two gears are moving together. So this section shows two gears moving with each other. For that we need to make gears. Yes, let's start with new part and start making gears. But before making gears, let's see what I'm doing. Front, normal, sketch, okay, slot, let's say, okay, this big, and here, circle. How big you want this is important in this case. Okay, this is important, so for that, how big it should be is I'll make it, let's say 100 or more than that, 120, and this I'll make it 80. This distance is 80. Okay, done. Now from here make a circle of radius 20. This 50, no, I don't want 50, I want 20. Okay, we have made a circle with 20. Again the same thing, I'll make it 20. Okay, this is done. Features, extrude 10, okay, or say 20. Okay, this is done. Now what I'll be doing is I will save this part because we'll need this part later. So file, save as, I will make a new folder over here and new folder name will be gear mate. Okay, and in that this will, the part name of this, let's say is it's a kind of holder. Save. Now here I will make a rod. There will be a rod, on that rod the gear will be mounted. So I will now make a rod. So close this thing, again make a new part. That was 20, so I need to make a rod, but yes, I'll make a rod of 20. So this circle will be of 20, and then I will features, extrude, will make it not 10, 100 or more than 100, 150. Yes, okay. Now that rod passes to the center of this slot. Yes, definitely it passes to the center of the slot, and what it does is the gear will be mounted. So gear will be mounted somewhere here. So for that what I need to do is make a plane. This was made in front plane, so I'll go to reference geometry, plane. I have shown you all these things, so I will make this thing quickly, and it will be where you want plane, where you want the gear. I want my gear somewhere here. Okay, and this, okay, and in this plane make it normal, and I will start a sketch on this. Okay, and the sketch will be, say, circle. This was 20, so let's say this will be 25, not very big. Okay, and then I want a center line. Okay, escape, and then I'll make a key slot, a small key slot, zoom in somewhere here very randomly. Oh, it went somewhere else. Close, line, zoom in. Yes, like this, like this. Escape. Now click here, add rotation, make it equal. Okay, this is equal now. Yes, and then smart dimensions, we'll give some dimension 3.5. let's say we'll give it 2. 2 is a bit small, but that's okay, we'll give it 3. And this dimension is 10. Okay, if this is 10, I don't want it 10 actually, I want it 7 or 6, this much. This is 6 and make it 2 actually, 6 and 2, this will work. Okay, now we'll go to option, sketch, edit, and then trim. We'll trim this thing. If you understand what is this. Now features, no, not 150, just 20. 20 is more than enough actually. 20, or say just 15. 10 also works. Okay, fine, my rod is ready. Plane, I will hide it. Okay, I'll save this part again, Control S, and then this will my rod. Save. Okay, I have made the rod. Now this is the key slot. On this thing my gear will be mounted. So this is 25. I'll close this thing, and again I will open a new part, and I will quickly start making a gear, a simple gear, not very complicated and not using the engineering techniques. Here, circle, and this will be 25. Okay, and if this is 25, then the main gear will be one more circle. This will be, let's say, 80 radius. Yeah, 80 radius. Okay, and okay, now we'll make some feature, but before making a feature I want to make a keyhole over here, you know, which fits in that part. So for that again I need a center line. This is the center line, and escape, and then line, and with this line again same what we did earlier, I'll repeat it like this. If you remember what was the size, this and this should be equal. Okay, and this was, if you remember, 4, and this was, if you remember, 2. Yeah, and trim. So what is going to happen is that rod will fit over here. Okay, and then features, and then this is a gear, so extrude gear, I want it 20, this big. Okay, now this thing is done. Now what we'll do is we'll make it normal, and here on this face we'll start making another sketch over here somewhere, and the sketch can be like this. We'll close this profile, and then features, extrude cut. Okay, this thing goes off and this thing goes off. What we'll do is we'll start making a circular pattern, and this is this thing. Look, 15 degrees. I don't want 15. Let's say I want 30 degrees or 36 degrees with if you remember the calculations, 360 divided by degrees, so 36 will be 10, so only 10 will be accommodated here in 36 degrees, so we'll make it 10. But is it okay? Yes, it looks okay with 10. The gear, make it okay. Cut extrude. Yes, my gear is ready with the key slot. So here I will save the gear, Control S. This is okay. I will make the name of the gear spur gear. This is a bigger gear, spur. Save. Now close this thing. Now quickly I'll start with the assembly, so in order to understand how you are working, so for that, to make this parts assemble together, go to assembly. Okay, and then what to do? Browse. First thing is the holder. Open. Yes, somewhere here. Again, insert components and browse. The rod. Open. It should go here somewhere, so we'll keep it here. And then what I'll be doing is, now both the parts move, can move, but what I'll do is click here, or let's say I want to view some temporary axis. View temporary axis. Okay, this axis mate with this axis. Look, and this is in line. Okay, so now coincident. Okay, now look, this is moving like this, but it is not moving anywhere. Okay, again I will teach you the assembly now. So the thing is, this part is moving like this, plus this part is also, look, the key like this, it is moving. So it is having 3 degrees of freedom. One will be X and Y, other will be the rotation. So now here what I need to do is, not this face, I will select this face and this face, 2 faces, mates, coincident. Okay, now let's see what will happen is, now after making coincident, look, it is having only 1 degrees of freedom like this. It is not moving anywhere else. Okay, so this thing is a perfect thing. And for this thing, I'll close this thing, and what I will do is insert components, browse, and spur gear, double click. Look, I want to make spur gear over here somewhere. Click like this, and then what I need to do is, again I need to do this I have selected this axis of spur gear, mate with this axis. Okay, now these are coincident. Okay, now I can move this thing, and I can move like this also, anywhere. So what I'll be doing is, what face should I select to make it coincident one more time? I will select the side face like this, side face, first face, and side face of this. Okay, mate can be created. It shows the mate can't be created. Even if I do okay, please select a mate type. Oh, it shows the type. Look, the key slot, the size, are the size same? Close this thing, just move inside. Look at this, this size, look, this seems to be a bit smaller. The key slot is much bigger. So where's the problem? The problem is with the gear. This slot is a bit smaller, I guess, or else this is big. We'll see the dimensions, the smart dimensions. This is 6, look, and this, okay, this is 6. Cancel, delete. And how much is this? This is 4. We wanted 4, but this is 6. So in this case, this rod should be made new. So what we do is, we'll open this rod. Yes, now this rod is open in a new window. What we do is, go to sketch, this sketch, make it normal. Okay, and then edit sketch. Look, why this is 6? This created a problem. This should be 4. Except when this is made, isometric view, we'll save it. Control S is done. Now we'll go back to our assembly. This is our assembly here. Yes, make it yes. Okay, now we'll move and see. Yes, it seems to be alright. Now we'll see whether this is moving. Yes, this is moving, and this is also moving. Okay, this is perfect. Now in this case, what we need to do is again the same thing. Select this edge, and this should mate with what? Mate with this edge. Okay, zoom in. Coincident, yes. Now look, when this moves, this also moves, but again still this movement is not restricted. So to restrict this particular movement, what we need to do is, we need to click here, mate with this surface. Okay, coincident, yes. Now see what happens is, look, this moves, we'll zoom it, this also moves. What we find is the thickness of the spur gear is bit higher than the slot on the rod. So what you can see is, like, look, this is very high thickness. So I think I need to reduce this thickness. For that I need to measure this rod thickness. How much is this thickness? So this is the post extrude edit feature, and it was made 15. Close this thing. We'll open the gear, spur gear, and let's see, cut extrude, pause extrude. This is the pause extrude. edit feature. This is 20, so we'll make it 15. Okay, so now this is 15 and we'll save it. Control S. Okay, this is done, and now go back to assembly and we'll make it. This is assembly. Look, it has been automatically updated and now it looks good. It fits properly, it moves properly. So this thing is done. So till now many things are done. Now I need a small gear. Small gear which can rotate. I want a rod also here, so I'll insert one more rod. Insert rod over here. We'll do the same thing. Click here, mate, click here. This thing is done. Now coincident, click here, zoom in a little bit, click here. This is coincident, yes. Zoom out. Okay, now zoom in little bit and check. Yes, this moves. This doesn't come out, then this moves. So this is proper. So what we'll do is we'll save this assembly so that we do not lose our data. File, save as. Okay, and we'll save here as assembly 1. Save. So this thing is being saved now, and I think this is very close, so I think we need to increase the distance between two gears. Now what I need to do is I want to make one more gear. So for that I'll go back to the earlier gear and let's see whether if I can modify this gear or not. Okay, so this is boss extrude and this is the sketch of it. This is the sketch and this is a cut extrude. So I think I need to modify the cut extrude because, so let's go to cut extrude sketch, edit sketch. This is a sketch, but I want to reduce the size of anyways I can do that thing. This is a bit bigger and this angle is bit smaller. This is smaller. Let's see, but the problem is, so I want a smaller gear with a smaller diameter, so do it back and look how the shape has been changed. But this is the original sketch, so I will go to original sketch. Okay, we'll make it normal, and this with smart dimensions is 160. I don't want it 160, I want it 100 only. Make it back and see how are the gears. So this boss extrude is proper and the cut extrude, go to sketch and don't do it like this, make it a little bit bigger and then go back. Look how these things are changing. Again go to sketch, check what can be done. This can be moved over here, this can be a little bit here, and this is little bit here, only a little bit like this. Now see how a small gear is made. So I will again save this. Okay, and I will, how I need to save this file, save as. Look, okay, and then we'll make it pinion, P-I-N-I-O-N. Save. So the pinion is made. Now assembly. this is assembly, go to assembly, and here what I need to do. But in my pinion gear I need to make some modifications because I cannot keep it like this. So let's see in circular pattern what kind of modifications can I make. With 36 I want it more number of 22. I'll make it less. Look, yes, more number of teeth. Can you see? 23, I'll make it 24 teeth. So we'll do the calculation, like 360 divided by 24. So I need to make 15 degrees for 24 angle. It should be 15 degrees for 24, but it will cut everything because the gear is very small. So I'll make it, let's say, not 24 but at least 20. So it should be 360 divided by 20, 18. So I need to make it 18 numbers, 18 degrees. Is this okay? Well, I feel this is okay, but let's check. Look, this seems to be fine. So Control S. Okay, this saving work is done. Now go to assembly. It shows error. Close. Because the same error, the same gear has been modified, that's why it shows error. So we'll do it Control Z. Let's see whether this thing works. No. Go back to the gear. Yes, this is the gear. Now again we'll go to assembly. So this is how this gear is changing. So it has created really a lot of problems. Control Z, Control Z, everything is Control Z over here. Now go back to assembly. In assembly this thing changes. I don't want this to change. Come back in pinion. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Look, very bad. Control Z, Control Z. This is our original gear. Oh yeah. Look, this is my original gear. Assembly. And yeah. Now what I need to do is, here I will file, save as, and it shows some error. Read this thing. Being referenced by. It shows you need to do a save as copy in the save as dialog box if you wish to maintain existing reference. Close. Save as copy. I cannot find save as copy, so not to worry much. Just the thing is, go to sketch. I need to know what are the dimensions. This is radius 25. Close. This is 160. Okay, so close this thing and close this thing. If I say no, this thing remains the same, and I'll make a new part. Go to front plane, quickly make a circle, again make a circle, and then I need to make so smart dimensions. Click here, this should be 25. Okay, and then I'll sketch something, but this is gear, so in gear this is 25. I know, cancel it, and I need a center line. And line. Escape. Same like before. This and this line should be equal. Both of them should be 2. Smart dimensions should be 2. Seems to be very big. And this line should be 4. Now it's okay. Go to trim this, zoom out. Okay, I don't want it 160, I want it only 100, or say just 80. Back. And now what I need to do is features, extrude, select this sketch and make it 15. Now on this sketch I will do something. What I will do, but I don't want to do anything on sketch, I want to do in the feature only. So sketch, and then from here, so first I'll try to make a center line. Center line is done, and we'll sketch something. And then feature the extrude cut. Okay, now circular pattern. This is the edge, and I want more numbers, 16 numbers. Look, so say 24. Is it okay? Yes. Cut extrude. This is done. Now we'll save this thing as pinion. Save. We'll replace this thing. Okay, that is open, so no problem. I will save it as another name. Save as pinion new. Okay, save. And here go back to assembly. Okay, so this is our assembly, which is in rollback state. So we'll close this pinion, we'll open this. Okay, we'll close this thing assembly also if possible, or else from the sketch I can open the assembly. Damage back. Now coming back to assembly, this moves, and now we'll insert the pinion new. Look what has happened. This is very small and this is sketch smart dimensions. I want the dimension of the circle. Cancel. This was radius 12.5. I wanted radius 25. So go back over here. We'll open it. Pinion new. Yes, many a times this thing happens, so don't worry. We'll go to the sketch. This is diameter 50. And this will be 100. Zoom in, back. Oh, only this has been remained. What we'll do is we'll suppress this thing for a while. Okay, now cut extrude. We will modify the cut extrude. Okay, back. Now see in circular pattern what happens. Edit feature. Let's have more number of .26, so this should be 15. Yes, this is done. Now go back to assembly. This time let's see what happens. We'll make it collinear. Click here, mate with this. Now what you need to mate is this face. Close this thing. Again there was some error. Click here, mate, click here. You need to do OK, constant OK. This is important. Now click this face 1 is selected. Click this. Okay, coincident. Okay, now for going inside, click this, it goes inside. Coincident. Okay, now see, click here. Yeah, yes, this also moves, but the thing is there are lot many teats, so I need to modify this teats. How I will modify is circular pattern, right click, 26 I just want 10, 15 I want it 26, 30, 36 then 36. This is okay, but now this looks very bad. Not this back. Cut extrude looks very bad. Zoom in. We'll change the cut extrude points. Back. Close. Some error. Control Z. Okay. Zoom in. Okay, seems to be okay. Go to assembly and see. The teeth of this gear are very big. Here I need to make if this moves, this should also move, and there are more number of teeth in this gear, and I think the distance is not a problem, but the problem is with the gears. So what I need to do is I need to do some kind of change in the gear, some kind of change in the pinion gear is with the sketch, cut extrude sketch, make it normal. Okay, here it will be, the change will be, what do you say, the change will be to delete this line, this delete, this delete. I'll make it proper. Like this. Okay. Okay, and then from here a little bit inside and back. Look what has happened. This is the worst thing that has happened ever in the complete life of my designing. Make it back. The same thing is happening. I don't know why. It should never ever happen. Never ever. So here I will delete this circular pattern first. and now I'll again make a circular pattern with this profile. So features to pattern is the extrude cut, the parameter is this line, and equal spacing. Features to pattern is not the boss. Delete. Faces to pattern is this face and line is this. And so we'll decrease number of 10 and this will be 36. Okay. Let's see whether this thing works. It shows error. Why? Ideally the gear looks very good because it has selected the boss extrude. What has happened? Now it's done. Very different kind of gear, never seen anywhere. Now go back to assembly. Look, now it fits. Whether this thing moves this thing or not, we'll see. Once this thing moves, this thing also move. Okay, both the things are moving. Now here I think I need to apply the option called gear mates. So what I need to do is I need to select something, to select this edge, mate with this edge, and advanced mates. In advanced mates we'll find two things: distance, angle. In mechanical mates we'll find the gear, so we'll click gear mate. In mechanical, let's ask the ratio, we'll make it 3, enter. Okay, this is 10 gear mates. So when you move this, look, this also moves. You understand how gear functions? Ideally speaking, this second wheel is not the gear. When you move like this, look, this is moving. When you move like this moves. Ideally speaking, this is not the gear, but this is only for your understanding, like how the gear mate option works, and you can draw a gear perfectly with the dimensions, proper dimensions, with the pitch, with the addendum, dedendum, and the mating criteria. But this is how the option gear mate works. And I need to show you one more thing, or you can say one more option which is necessary. Now after the gear has been mated, when I do the motion, this thing moves, but I don't want it like that. I want it to do it automatically. For that I need to use the motion study. If you remember, previously we have done the motion study, but this time I will use these options, the options which are remaining, and out of these options I will use this option motor. So let's left click on the motor and make it down, and then you will find few options over here. So the options are rotary motor and linear motor. Yes, this is a rotary motor. Okay, come down, it shows a direction, so click here and click on this pinion. It shows this direction. No, I want it other direction, this direction. Okay, come down, it shows speed and everything, which is not of our concern, and we click it right. Okay, and then here you will find calculate, so left click, look, automatically it is moving. We'll play this thing once more. Look, so the ratio is 3:1. So we can go back to the option rotary motor, right click, edit feature, and see what the changes we can make. And also we can go back to our gear mate option to change what kind of mating ratio is being used. So I will change some options in gear mate. So for gear mate you need to go to mates, open this thing, and you will find the option gear mate over here, right click and or else double click on it. Well, anything pinion one now, so this should work. Suppress, delete from motion study. So yes, we'll delete from motion study. Yes, again we'll use the same thing, zoom in and what I'll do is again the same thing, this edge mate with this edge. No, close. Mistake, this edge mate with this edge. Yes. Yes. But if I go to mechanical mates and see the gear mates, reverse, close this thing, so in short my thing was like this gear should move in any condition, even if you're doing motion study or not, this should be done. And look, this is moving. So the option of gear mate has been disabled, that's why. This mate with this. Okay, yes, go down, mechanical mates, gear mates ratio, I'll make it 4. Can I? Calculate. So this is perfect. When this is perfect, now this assembly is done. Now let's see if your customer wants to know how much work you have done. So, and they don't have SolidWorks nor they have any other software to view the parts. For that we need to send them image. But if you just directly go to print screen and copy the complete screen, you will find these options, and where the options are made, and you will see the tree and everything, which looks bad. So you need to send the image, only image if you are sending. So for that you need to go to like view. I don't want to show origins. Okay, I also don't want to show view temporary access. Now this looks a bit bad. Good. This delete. Okay, first of all I will save this. Control S, save all. Okay, this is saved now. After saving this, you need to capture the image. So for that, file, save as, not assembly, this is image, image, and here open this thing. Once you open this thing, you'll find many options, like it can be saved in many options. This is PDF, where it can be saved. After PDF you can save it in jpeg, or you can save it TIFF. For now we'll save in jpeg. So this is jpeg, save. Once this is saved, we'll go to the image. Look how beautiful the image looks. Nothing, very simple. Yes, close. Oh yeah, this is how we use option GearMate along with the option to save it as image and the simulation between the two gears. Thank you.